Hey everybody, it's Chad McNabb, driving here in Middle Tennessee right now, downtown Nashville, turning onto 4th Avenue. Thought I'd get on here and do a quick little update on downtown Nashville. Definitely some more stuff going on since the last time I was here back on New Year's. Of course, there is the Germantown Symphony Center right here on my right. And of course, this street right here is it's spelled, I think I said this in another video, it's spelled like Demon Brune, but it's pronounced Demumbrian Street. And I think Joseph Demumbrian, I think was the first settler of Nashville, and that's who that street was named after. I want to say he was from either France or he was French Canadian. I can't remember. That's probably why the Demumbrian is his name. Of course, coming up here, the next street over is Broadway, famous for its honky tonks, of course. And this neighborhood is called, technically it's downtown, but it's on the south side of Broadway, so it's called SoBro. Of course, these honky tonks, they open early in the day, 11 o'clock usually, I think. Start playing live music in them. And then they'll run until very late at night, some 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, depending on if it's a weekday or weekend. I think they shut down a little earlier on a weekday than on the weekend, except a few, maybe like Kid Rocks. I think it stays up until 3, even on a weekday. There's Honky Tonk Central on my right. There's Garth Brooks is opening a bar restaurant over here. Eric Church is opening one right across, pretty much from Kid Rock's. They've been working on it a while though. It's taking them a while to get it going. And then I think Bon Jovi is going to be building one here too soon. Right over here on the left, close to where Garth Brooks is building his. Well, the building's already there, just really kind of adding to it. But now Bon Jovi's, I think it's going to be a completely new building. Now, on the weekends, they will close the street down right here. So you can walk on the street in Broadway, except at a few red lights, they'll have some of the cross traffic still, but then they'll have police out here directing traffic there. And then here recently, they just added these barriers and added more room on the sidewalks. The sidewalks are a lot bigger than they used to be. And then they put those barriers up there too, within the past few months. And then up here on my right, that's called 5th and Broadway. It's a big new shopping center and restaurant. You got Apple Store there. Then there's Ray-Ban, Ariat, Tacovas, among others. And there are all kinds of restaurants. You got Jenny's Ice Creams, Hattie B's Hot Chicken, of course, famous Nashville hot chicken, Shake Shack. And then upstairs, you had the Assembly Food Hall. It's got one big food hall up there. It's got all kinds of different restaurants of any kind of different food, Chinese, Japanese, Indian, American, whatever. It's all up there. And there's a parking garage too, if you're not staying in a hotel downtown, or if you're staying at a hotel far away, a little further away from downtown, underneath Assembly Food Hall too. Go over here to the Gulch, of course. Famous. That is a newer part of downtown area of Nashville. It's a lot of the younger, hip kind of people like that neighborhood. The Gulch is one of those neighborhoods. Got the boutique shops down there, some restaurants, different kinds of restaurants. Milk and Honey and Biscuit Love are down there. Those are really popular breakfast brunch restaurants. Then coming up here on my right is Nashville Yards. There's a Frisk Museum over here on my left, Frisk Art Museum, but we have Nashville Yards over here on my right. That's a big new office buildings, hotels, all being built in there. I'm gonna come back around and I'll drive by there again here in a minute after I leave the Gulch. Alright, now I'm turning on to 12th Avenue South. And this will take you into the Gulch. And also, if you keep going further on 12th Avenue South, you'll go into the neighborhood called 12th Avenue South. Of course, they're doing road work here, or construction work on this new building right here in the Gulch. 12 Avenue South is 12 South is the neighborhood. That's more single family homes. There are some apartments. Got a lot of some boutiques out there too. That's where Reese Witherspoon has her boutique at $5 Bakery. Edley's Barbecue. Uh-oh. Get out of the way of this big dump truck right here before I get hit. Go down here into the main part of the Gulch. Well, sorry about that, but can't get my camera mount to stay still. I have to hold it here. Like I'm trying to fix it, or I'm going to get a new one. And my windshield is cracked, as you can see now. I should be getting that fixed tomorrow too. Alright, here's the main, right here, a little strip in the Gulch where there's Milk and Honey on the left, Pure Bar. We got Kittenish. There, the Angel Wings mural too is right there. Bar Louie. And then Biscuit Love is right here on the left on Pine Street. Turn left on the right there and go just out. There's where Biscuit Love's at. W Hotel. Division Street. Up there, you come called Edge Hill. It's a fast-growing area too. A lot of new apartments. Then I'm crossing the Interstate 65 right now. I'm coming into Midtown, Nashville. It's also a very popular, fast-growing area. A lot of apartments. Of course, then right up from here, you got a couple of universities. You got Vanderbilt University and Belmont University, or just a little bit further up this way. And then you have all Music Row. It's right over here on my left, the famous Music Row, where you have all your different record companies, there's recording studios, music publishing, all that kind of stuff in the music business is right over here at this roundabout right here, the famous music naked statue roundabout. Of course. Then, if you want to go to American Pickers, you could turn left here. Actually, yeah. Turn left and get on George Davis Boulevard and turn left and go straight. Go under this bridge, but don't get on the interstate. And that's American Pickers is over here. 3-story brick building with a water tower. It's in the old Marathon Motor Works building. Crossing back over to the railroad tracks. Right here, you got all these newer hotels. There's JW Marriott's, Cambria, the One Hotel, Embassy Suites, Westin over here on my right. We're supposed to be building a Ritz-Carlton here the next couple of years right over here in this area. Right up on 8th Avenue, right coming up here on turn right at 8th Avenue. I believe right out there close to that other traffic circle where they have the sticks at, is where they're going to be building the Ritz-Carlton. Of course, down there in front of me, if you can see that taller glass building, narrow one, that is the Four Seasons Hotel and condos. That's down in neck close to the river there off of First Avenue, SoBro. Like I said, coming back now, there straight in front of me is Nashville Yards. Of course, that's a big development that I was talking about a while ago. And I've already built 2 Amazon office buildings. They're supposed to be building the 3rd, but I think it's on hold right now. There's Hume Fogg Magnet School Academy right here on my right in this castle kind of looking building. I think it's all girls private school. It's one of the top high schools in Tennessee. It's always one of the highest rated. There, I believe, is one of the Germantown buildings that's being built there. Nashville Yards. There's two actually, already one is called the Alcove. Those are, I believe, those are apartment buildings. This road, of course, right here, all this construction work is bumpy. And this is Church Street, and this is the street where a lot of the Nashville Yards is being built. Of course, right there in front of me is the state of Tennessee office building. That's the old tower. It's been there for many years. And then the state capitol is just right up behind it on the right. Like I said, if you build all the buildings that they project to build in Nashville in the next 10 years, it's just going to look totally even a lot different than it does now. And there's more Nashville Yards. There's the two Amazon buildings over here on my right. Right here, that's the two Amazon office buildings that have been built so far. Of course, I guess Nashville Yards, kind of patterned after Hudson Yards in New York City. Different height of the buildings. Nashville has a height limit on its buildings in downtown. I think it's like 800 feet because it's it's too close to the Nashville airport. So the FAA, I think, has capped their height limit to 800 feet. Alright, now, coming up on Church, this is George L. Davis Boulevard. This is a street I was talking about if you want to go to American Pickers. Turn right here and stay right. Don't get on the don't go left to get on the interstate. Now, if you want to go to American Pickers, you're going to come down here to Charlotte and turn left and go back under this bridge and then go out that way to go to American Pickers. This is Charlotte Avenue here. Now I'm coming back towards downtown. This is also kind of considered the Gulch, North Gulch, where all these apartments are at right here. It's either North Gulch or Capitol View. There's something they call different names. They started naming all these different neighborhoods, different names now. It's hard to keep track of all of them. Of course, right up here on my front, on my left, that is the Tennessee State Capitol building. And then Germantown is this area over here behind the state capitol. That's a popular growing neighborhood with a lot of apartments, restaurants, and the Nashville Sounds baseball team, their baseball stadium is over there. This area coming up here, you got a lot of these older office buildings have been converted into hotels. Plazas over here. A lot of these buildings right here are on the left are state government buildings. Now we're coming up 3rd Avenue. Take 3rd Avenue, turn left on here, and 3rd Avenue will take you straight into Germantown. Actually, you can't turn left here, but if you go down that way, that will take you into Germantown. Of course, there in front of me, there's the iconic AT&T building, the BAT building, it's called here in Nashville. Second Avenue. There is Nissan Stadium over here. Big news about that here in the past month or so. City Council of Nashville passed funding to build a new stadium over here. It's going to be domed. Of course, now I'm crossing the Cumberland River. Of course, that is controversial because a lot of the funding is going to come from tax money. But I think most of that is taxes on the hotels. Of course, Nashville has a big tourist business. They have a lot of hotel revenue. I think they just hit 15 million visitors last year, which I think is the all-time record. So they went ahead and they're going to build it. I think it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be domed, and it's going to be closer to the interstate than the old stadium right now, because they want to build a park and develop an area over here called the East Bank. It's going to have be a neighborhood with hotels, offices, apartment buildings, parks, close to the football stadium. But that's an updated tour of everything going on here in downtown Nashville. If you want to see more of Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee, just comment below, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.